Okay guys, how you doing? This is I'm gonna try and make a video here extracting honey. These are two different types of pieces of equipment that I generally use to get the bees out of the supers. Because if you're going to harvest the honey, you don't want to take the bees with you. You want to get them out. This piece of equipment here, it's called a fume board, and I'll have this at the meeting. I'll have both of these at the meeting so you can get a better idea. The fume board is used in conjunction with this product called Honey Robber. A lot of people don't like the way it smells, but I think it smells like money. And that's what I'm going to use, so I'll demonstrate that a little bit. This is what's called an escape board, and what you would do with this escape board, you would put it on the hive like this. This is the top. Take the honey supers off that you want to harvest. You put this in between the rest of the hive and the honey super. You put the honey super on top of this, and the idea is that the bees, when they circulate through the hive, they'll go down through this hole. They'll come out here and come out one of these escapes, but they're not able to find their way back up into it. So in that way, you can clear the bees out of the hive, out of the supers in that way. I find that the escape board works best in the fall if you're doing fall extraction, because in this time of year, in the summertime, there's really no reason for the bees to leave the honey supers to go down. They don't cluster, so I find that when I use this in the summertime, bees still remain up in the honey super, so it's kind of hard. And another thing is, you don't want to necessarily get all the bees out of the honey super until you take the box off, because then if you have a small hive beetle problem, then you really got a problem if you don't get back there and you have empty hive supers. I mean, you have supers of honey with no bees guarding them. So so what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be using the fume board. All right. And let's go. Make sure my smoker's still lit. Okay, let's go see what happens. As you can see, I generally do this on the tailgate of my truck. It makes it a nice work area. But today we're extracting from my home apiary, which means that I'm going to have to do a little bit of walking, and it's not a big deal. This hive I was already in yesterday. This is the honey super that I'm going to extract from. This is an empty super that I put because it's a good idea to give if you want to drive the bees out of the honey super, give them a place to go. Okay? It makes it easier that way. That's a nice hive. Okay. You see what I mean about getting the bees out? You don't want to take this off with all these bees, because then you're going to have a problem. And even down looking in between the frames, you can see the honey is all capped. Looks good. Alright, so here's what I do. Take my fume board, spread the honey robber on it. On top just like that. I generally take the telescopic cover and just put it on top just for give it a little weight, hold it down, seal it a little better. I think it helps make it work a little better. And give that about 4 or 5 minutes to do its work. And I'm going to pause the video so I don't have to stand here talking to you for 4 or 5 minutes. All right.